The book of Genesis is the first book of the Bible and serves as the foundation for the entire biblical narrative. It covers the creation of the world, the early history of humanity, and the origins of the nation of Israel. The book can be divided into two main sections: primeval history, which spans chapters 1 through 11, and patriarchal history, covering chapters 12 through 50. The biblical account of creation is found in the first two chapters of the book of Genesis. This narrative provides a foundational understanding of the origins of the universe, the earth, and all living beings, culminating in the creation of humanity. The story unfolds in a systematic, poetic fashion, describing how God brought everything into existence by His word. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. This opening verse introduces God as the creator of everything. Initially, the earth was formless and empty, with darkness covering the deep waters. The Spirit of God was hovering over the waters, signifying His presence and readiness to act. God's first act of creation was the command, "Let there be light," and light came into existence. God saw that the light was good, and He separated the light from the darkness, calling the light day and the darkness night. This marked the completion of the first day. On the second day, God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." God created the sky by separating the waters above from the waters below. The sky, also referred to as the expanse or firmament, was named heaven. This separation established the atmosphere, creating a distinct boundary between the heavens and the earth. The second day ended with this creative act. On the third day, God commanded the waters under the sky to be gathered into one place, allowing dry ground to appear. God called the dry ground land and the gathered waters seas. He saw that it was good. God then commanded the land to produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees that bear fruit with seeds in it according to their various kinds. The earth brought forth vegetation, and God saw that it was good. This marked the end of the third day. On the fourth day, God said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years." God created the sun to govern the day and the moon to govern the night, along with the stars. These heavenly bodies were set in the sky to give light to the earth and to mark time, seasons, and years. God saw that this creation was good, and the fourth day came to a close. On the fifth day, God commanded the waters to teem with living creatures and the sky to be filled with birds. God created the great sea creatures and every living thing that moves in the water according to their kinds. He also created every winged bird according to its kind. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth." God saw that it was good, and thus the fifth day ended. The sixth day of creation was the most complex, as it involved both the creation of land animals and human beings. God first created the animals that live on the land, livestock, creatures that move along the ground, and wild animals, each according to their kinds. God saw that this was good. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in His own image. In the image of God, He created them. Male and female He created them. God blessed the first humans and commanded them to be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, and over every living creature that moves on the ground. God also provided every seed-bearing plant and tree with fruit as food for both humans and all the animals. God formed the first man, Adam, from the dust of the ground. He breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and Adam became a living being. Genesis 2:7. God placed Adam in the Garden of Eden, a paradise filled with every kind of tree that was pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the middle of the garden were the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God gave Adam the responsibility to work and take care of the garden. He also commanded Adam not to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, warning that if he did, he would surely die. God observed that it was not good for Adam to be alone, so he decided to make a helper suitable for him. God brought all the animals to Adam to see what he would name them, and Adam gave names to all the livestock, birds, and wild animals. However, no suitable helper was found among them. So God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep. While he was sleeping, God took one of Adam's ribs and closed up the place with flesh. From the rib, God made a woman and brought her to Adam. Adam recognized her as bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh, and she was called woman because she was taken out of man. This account emphasizes the close relationship and partnership between man and woman. The creation concludes with a reflection on marriage. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife, and they become one flesh. Adam and Eve were both naked, and they felt no shame, indicating their innocence. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. This marked the completion of the sixth day. On the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing, so he rested from all his work. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. This rest was not due to exhaustion but signified the completion and perfection of his creative work. The biblical creation account in Genesis lays the foundation for understanding the relationship between God, humanity, and the world. It introduces themes that resonate throughout the rest of Scripture, emphasizing God's role as creator, the goodness and order of his creation, the unique role of humans as bearers of his image, and the importance of rest and relationship. This narrative has shaped the worldview of countless generations and continues to be a cornerstone of Judeo-Christian belief.